Hi, good night. Or evening, actually. It's pushing 10 o'clock right about now. 2 days running now. We've been up to over 60 degrees Fahrenheit, about 16 degrees for the rest of the world. Yeah, it changes fast up here. When it changes fast. Today, I want to talk about multi-tools, and I have God, I've had some sort of multi-tool since I was just about that high, right? Going back in the old days, multi-tools were basically the Swiss Army knife or Boy Scout knife, something like that, right? And then Mr. Leatherman came along and changed the whole multi-tool universe. So there's like two groups, really, or two camps, right? The Swiss Army knife and the Leatherman style, and now there's who knows, a plethora of the Leatherman knockoffs too. So I haven't carried a Swiss Army knife since in the 80s. I was issued one while I was attached to the German army, and it was a bang up thing, but I gave it to my daughter, and I haven't had one since. But I have carried a Leatherman ever since they first came out, right? I'm not gonna go into a whole bunch of different ones. I'm just gonna go into the two that I have now, and I carry every day. And but I am going to, if you want to know about everything about Swiss Army knives and the like, I'm gonna send you to my friend in UK, Steve from Fading Margins. I'd like to be able to say click the link below, but I don't know how to do that. So you're gonna have to do it old style and just type out Fading Margins in the search, and Steve will come up, and he's got some dang good videos on Swiss Army knives in particular, because like when he was telling me, like, a Leatherman with a logging blade is illegal in the UK. That's illegal, right? Yeah. So that's kind of seems a bit strange to me, but oh well, such is life, right? So I picked up a wave, just a Leatherman wave. When they first came out, and it's like, and as a matter of fact, right? And I've tried other multi-tools too, right? So this case right here came from a Gerber, right? And you can see I've worn this case completely out, right? And I broke the Gerber. so I went back to the Leatherman, and it's they've been great. Hi Mimi. Now I'd have been perfectly happy to go through the rest of my life with just the wave, right? But then I had a good shot of getting on, I thought anyway, a good shot of getting on History Channels alone. It's like I've mentioned in a couple of videos before, but and I started looking up stuff, and I didn't want to take anything out. I was going to take a multi-tool. That was going to be one of my 10 items. But I didn't want to take anything out without you putting some time in behind it. So I picked up a Surge. Yeah. Now the wave, is a beast in your hand, man. It's a handful. The wave is a whole lot better in your hand than the Surge, but the Surge had some things about it, like if because you're only allowed 10 items, right? So this could cover a heck of a lot more than the wave could, right? So one of the one of the big selling points, right, is this fella right here, right? For me, you know, like I always take a sewing kit out in the bush with me, right? But that wasn't going to be one of my 10 items. So this awl, probably not the best awl for leather, but it drills holes in wood, and you can use it for sewing, which is pretty important, right? And then I modified this one, right? So I didn't really need a screwdriver out there, so I turned that into a chisel, and then I turned the smaller one into a chisel as well. So yeah, because you can't take any store-bought spoons and knives and forks. Well, you can, but that's another item. Like, I'm not doing that. And so next thing I really liked about this too, as opposed to the wave taking it out there, is you can take the file and the diamond hoe off, so you can sharpen these. And sure, you can pick up a stone out of a creek or something like that and sharpen it like that, but it's not nearly as good and efficient as a diamond hoe, right? And plus, you can change that out with a saw, right? And so you can just chuck this puppy in there, and you got a saw too, right? So, but it's pretty bloody handy. Excuse me. Plus, then too, the knife on this surge is just a little bit. Well, it is like a half inch bigger than the, and quite a bit beefier than the blade on the wave too. I mean, but both of these guys are just super well made. So it's about maybe a half inch, something about a half inch, yeah. But it is quite a bit beefier too. But yeah, this is a bit of a monster, right? And it is a bit to carry on your belt, but I found out, you know, I carry it every day. I've carried it every single day since I bought it, which was last year, about 13 14 months ago. And yeah, it's pretty heavy, but you pack it around long enough, it doesn't bother you. Right? You get used to it. So there's those things, right? Those are the little things, like having a chisel, having an awl is a really big thing to me out there. So in the case, I've got my ferro rod on one side, and I got another diamond hone on that side too there. So I carry this just like this every single day. Now, Juanita from season 6, she got it in with the Leatherman company, and she had her surge altered by the factory. So she had all kinds of. She's a better rig than I did, and she had a brilliant idea though. Like Leatherman should come out with a bushcrafting multi-tool, you know, specifically for bushcrafting, like have a gouge or a crooked knife, you know, would be great. Yeah, I think Leatherman's missing out on that one if they don't build something like that. But anyway, right. So yeah, check out Steve. He's a straight shooter, man. And fading margins, and he goes over Leatherman too. But I don't know if it's illegal to even own them, but you can't carry them out on the street in the UK. So he modified one of his Leatherman so it didn't either took the blade off or he took the latch out so it didn't lock. Yeah. Anyway, God, what a beautiful night. It is absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah. We'll talk to you later, mate. Cheers.